we're getting ready to notch the tube for the seat bar here. So we got our tubing notcher set up. We've got the right distance here. We've got the right cutter in there. What you want to make sure you want to do is you want to make sure that the two scallops, so the inside of the circle, are lined up. So if you look, the scallop should be on top here because that's going to be the shortest part of the bar. So you want to make sure you follow that down. That should be the shortest part right there. So. Oh, break. Nope. Right there. Move the finger. Yep, you're right on it. So whenever you're using a tubing notcher, you want to make sure you keep it oiled. So we oil there, and then we always oil the cutter because this is one of our switchy places. And then you always run your, if you're using a drill like this, run it at low speed because this is pretty tough to cut. If you're using a drill press, use a low, you always want to do this at low speed. Any M&Ms?
No.
Do you have M&Ms?
Yes.
They're probably hidden.
I have peanut and regular.
Oh, actually not hidden.
Might need to go scavenge some of those.
There's a joke in my family where she likes to hide candy from the rest of us, and my dad and I will just search the house looking for secret stashes.
It's because when I want candy, I want candy. I don't want to go to an empty dish.
I don't have to look for candy. She just gives me candy.
Me?
I'm special.
Oh.
Try it.
Low speed.
Be careful. It's going to want to twist around. You got to manhandle the drill, woman handle, whatever. It's going to want to twist around a circle. Hold on to it. Don't push down. Let it do the work. Hold it like this. Hold it like this. Here, I'll show you. Only hold it just like this.
Okay, hold it like a man. I can do it.
Yeah, but just like this. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's your gloves?
No, we're not allowed to wear gloves now.
To use gloves
when we're using
things are
spinning tools, we're not allowed to wear gloves. Not allowed. Now we're safe.
Right here.
Pull it up so it's not touching, and then just kind of feed it into it. There you go. Go.
Whoa.
Faster.
I notched it too.
You did it.
Notch the first two. Just like your videos are too dark. Look at that. You see your mark? Yep. The level, I can't see it.
The bubbles just a little bit that way.
Digital. Let's get the digitals.
I'll be on light duty now. Flashbang. Sorry.
I'm on light duty.
Oh, okay, you got me back.
About 1.15.
Yours is X. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I did that wrong. loosen those up. It's pretty good. That's trying to pull, so instead of going flat, I usually make a bracket like that. Okay. So now we can fit this bar too. Do something like this. You can never get this in the right spot to measure its length, but if you use a piece of string, you can get it in that corner and down to where you want before you start taking a piece of tubing and cutting it up and you end up being short. String is your friend here. So, well, this bar fits really good. I'm happy with it.
Seems so close to me, I guess.
It does. I've always thought that. I can't go
saying,
back
though,
any
like-
further.
Like if you sit like this,
We had it in the next spot back. It was too far away for your legs. Right here, tighten that handle. Yep. Tighten it up. I mean, tighten it. Okay. That's good. Is it?
yeah. Well, there's a little bit of a gap on this side.
Well, that's
but-
what I want. I mean, I don't mind a little gap because that lets the weld get in there.
Right. Yeah. No, it's good. It's not bad.
Oh, that's great. Look at that. That's a nice fit right there. I just need to clean that up. I'm so happy with the way this turned out. This cross members. Pretty much go fast as they're gonna go.
Just happens.
Yeah.
What'd you
Don't
do?
start down there.
What happened?
Yeah, it'll break your wrist.
Yeah, I just about did.
Don't start down. There you go. You need
Muscles. That's what you need.
so don't let it grab. You're gonna have to kind of let it float a little bit.
Okay.
Woo! Your first notch. Congratulations.
I didn't
Well
get a
done.
Congratulations.
I broke it, did it?
That's okay. Look at that. That's nice.
What the heck?
Okay.
What?
I never got a congratulations.
Well, I'm extra special. That's really hard for me to do. That should be easy for you. So if
How?
I ever complete anything, it's like, wow.
How is that harder for you to do than me?
Because I break things easier.
Well, I'm not going to deny that, but yeah, I think you're capable.
Okay. So we want to match these two together. So anytime you're working with tubing, you always want to work with the maximum dimension, okay? Because it's really hard to measure from here to here, right? I mean, how would you do that? I mean, it'd just be a cluster trying to. I mean, it's just. There's no reason to, because you also can access that. So if you think about it, if you're trying to work on this tube in the car, how are you going to measure the bottom side? You wouldn't. So you always measure the maximum length is what you always want to measure. So we know this one's good. So we're just going to match this one. So again, length, longest point to longest point. So we're 30 3/4. So 30 3/4 is our maximum length. So mark that 30 3/4 right on top.
So right there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's
Make that straight.
yeah. All right, so that's our longest point. So we know, since that's our longest point, it's a back cut. Okay, this is going to be the opposite of this bar. bars are opposite of each other, right? One's going this way, one's going this way. So we know that this, I like to do this when I'm setting up something for an angle cut like this. I always just, somewhere I'll draw the angle loosely, because when I set this in there, if I set it in there and it was gonna cut this way, I'd be really sour. So that's not the cut point, but it's just a reminder. That's all that is, okay? So we know that that's our, so let's go to the bandsaw. So we'll double check ourselves, okay? Long to long, right? So long, here's our long point to our long point. So when we put this in here, our cut is gonna be like this, right? That makes this the longest point. So we just wanna make sure we load this in the saw right to where, so here's our mark. So we know that that blade should be going like this, okay? So we're gonna line that up right there. And right about there is gonna be, we've already had our angle set in there. So that's gonna be our spot right there. Oh, that's flipping awesome. Just gonna tack this in just to, you know, I forgot. God, idiot. Don't record. Tunnel's offset.
Ooh, blocked ya.
Loading sparks, about to happen.
B-roll.
I'm working on it.
Oh.
Not you, him.
Ow! Remember that guy? The guy's like, oh my gosh, I was so concerned for your safety when you changed that blade with the battery in. I was like, oh my gosh, dude. You know, like, you think that's the most dangerous thing I do? Crazy. Yep, of course. Cool. Hey, that's 3 more bars in this car. Your backseat passengers are going to be really sour.
I don't think we're gonna have many backseat passengers.
Yeah, it's going to flip the cool with a seat in there though. I love it. I hate not seeing a backseat. Cars that deserve it. You've got like a car like the Falcon, it shouldn't have a back seat. Just
Trying to say.
It's not
a street car. I think it's cool to look in something.
How far
like
can
this.
you drive it?
Far as I want.
Really?
With a few fuel cans. I've driven it all the way to one multiple times at our. I gotta
Yeah,
put that out at our test spot. That's
Right.
about a 20-minute drive.
You remember
There and
how
back.
stressed you were?
There and back, and raced.
Do you remember how stressed you were?
The filters were clogged.
All right.
The fuel filters were clogged.
40 minutes plus. Have you ever
What?
driven it?
There's vacuuming around here.
I just vacuumed that. Oh. Sorry. I thought. Okay, so current problem. This bar, the door bar, is going to be in the way of the door handle and the window crank on both sides. So
We have a solution to the door handle problem, but the window crank.
I don't know what we're going to do there.
So the only thing I've ever seen is people take this off, and you can fumble it around, and you usually have to use your thumb. But basically, this just has to go away, and then it'll swing around. So you basically just have to do it like this. Picture yourself, just if you do that, that's what you end up having to do.
That sounds painful, but
Well, Beans. Don't you want a socket?
You get weird around it.
Try this. That's 7/16. Is that too big?
Give me a ratchet. Holy cow.
I didn't think you could get in there. That's metric. Oh, you want a ratchet?
Yeah.
Okay, step one. It's a 1/4 inch. Oh, hold on. Grab me a 1/4 inch drill bit. Stat. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Ooh, that's a good one. Look, when you're drilling correctly, okay, listen to me. When you are drilling correctly, that's what should happen. When you are drilling metal, it should be peeling the metal out of the hole, okay? This means that the drill bit is sharp and that the speed of the drill is spot on. You can have that, that's it. Look!
Good soup.
Look.
Good soup.
Threw it away. I had one of those that was this long.
Of course you did.
Threw it away. Shut up. Why would I lie about that? Woo! Because I didn't center punch it. How fun is that? Okay. And the 7/16. Okay. Are you ready to try this?
I think so.
Now this is just an experiment. Because of our door bar issue.
Go to the other side so I can get the full effect.
Voila. Fixed.
Okay, so one of the issues we have when we put in the door bar, this car and like a lot of other cars, is the door handle is dead center of the bar. So you can't swing the door handle open. So I was just messing around, just made up a little prototype. So this will allow the door to be opened. So I just made an extension to get up above the bar, and then we'll just put a little handle out here like this, and then this bar, the door bar, will not be an issue. So I know my Challenger was very similar to this. A lot of cars are like this. It just, I swear to you, it seems like these door bars end up right where the door handle is on so many cars. So anyway, just a quick and dirty solution, but we'll do a better job of this. This is just a prototype, so, but it works good. So we're gonna make a new door handle. We got some aluminum here. We got this piece of flat stock that I've drilled, and we're gonna take this piece of round stock and turn it into a handle. So let's get started. centering drill, and it's much more rigid than a regular drill bit. So whenever you're drilling on a lathe, you use one of these to start the hole. So now if we're going to tap a 1/4 inch hole, we need a 13/64 drill bit. So we'll drill this first. Shows me how far the drill bit is in right here. So coming up on an inch. But there's an inch, so that's plenty. Get that out of the way. So now we're going to do something fun. So if you're making a handle, something you want to have some grip to it. So this tool here, it's called a knurling tool. So these two rollers are going to spin actually in opposite directions. And what's going to do, it's actually going to put a knurl pattern on here. So, but we got to make sure it's centered on the part. So,
that's how that's made.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So let me double check something here. So watch, when I turn this in, you watch when it engages, these wheels are going to start to spin. Grab that, so that'll be grippy now. Neat. So now if you want to make it more, we'll do it again. More knurl will be on there. So push, engage the drive. There you go, that's what it's supposed to look like right there.
Nice.
So,
Grippy.
yeah. So now we'll round this. So this is the side that will attach to here. So this is the side your hand will be on. So what we'll do is we're going to cut this off, and then we'll round that end over so it has a nice finish to it. But first, we're going to thread this. Pretty much self-feed itself in there. Just back it back out. So.
Stuff off.
Yeah. Just want to make sure it's going straight in there. Now turn it real slow, because you want to grab the same spots that I did. Oh, still backwards. Okay, go ahead. Keep going. Okay, back it out. Okay, clean it off. And then, here, hang on. I think to blow it out with here. I'm gonna make some noise for a second. Make sure you drive it in nice and straight. Go ahead. Keep going. Okay, back it out. You're only in that far. Go ahead, back it out. That's probably okay. Hey, nice. Good job. You threaded all the way in. That's good. Okay. So now what I will do is we'll face this off. So if you feel that, put your finger on there. You'll feel there's a burr on there. So we'll just face that off. Called parting off. So here's our little handle. So what we'll do is we'll round this over and make it so it doesn't have any sharp edges in it. Go. One little simple little handle. So we'll do this like this. So let's get a 1/4 inch bolt and we'll attach these. Ah. See how good your threads are. Oh, pretty good. Give it a whirl. What do you think?
Well, the bar's not in there.
I know.
It doesn't matter.
Sorry. Open the door. Let's see it.
Look at that. Custom with a K.
K for Kavalik.
Yeah, perfect. That's gonna be the new joke. Custom with a K. For Kavalik.
Uh-oh. Door locks work. I don't like that. I need to clean that end up right there. That's embarrassing. Hey man, that's cool.
Embarrassing.
Look at that. This end. I got this.
Just makes his own parts and he's embarrassed about little rough edges.
We are tinkering around with really the rest of the roll cage tubes, tubing. We've got all the center bars in, the seat bars tacked in, the kicker bars are tacked in. We've been test fitting the door bars on both sides, and we saw, like most cars, that we have a door handle problem that we've already solved, as you saw. And then looks like the window cranks are going to clear, so she'll be able to roll the windows down.
Custom door handles.
Custom.
The K for
Custom.
Kavalik.
Still a prototype at this point,
Oh,
but
Still a pro.
we'll come back and it'll
a
have,
decent
like,
prototype, but a workable prototype. So, but so let's talk about what's coming up. So, chassis wise, the car's in good shape. We'll actually be. You realize we are. I think we're 3 weeks away from getting an axle.
Not
Really? So
So the rear axle is about 3 weeks away.
I'm excited for the swap meet. I've been talking about it for so long.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too. But our the new 9-inch is on the way, and it's really ready to go. I mean, it's ready to sit on the leaf springs, and And well,
We'll have
that'll
a
be
rolling
exciting.
car,
That'll be
right?
exciting. Yeah, the car will actually roll. So, like Tommy said, I've started on some wiring, and I'm working my way kind of from the back to the front. And as that progresses, we'll do some more videos. I know there's a lot of comments that I've read. There seems to be a lot of people that the wiring just makes people nervous, and they're just
I'm
unsure.
intimidated by it. My brother is. He's trying to wire his Nova, and he was asking for help.
Well, an EFI car definitely gets a little hairier than a
Yeah.
carbureted car.
Right.
There's no doubt about that.
But
A
we'll
lot
be
of
messing
sensors.
with that stuff
A lot of
in
sensors.
a year or two.
Oh, sure. But I'll walk everybody through that as kind of the wiring progresses. Some of it's very simple, and some of it's a little more complicated. But
How not to wire like a hillbilly.
so yeah, there's a lot of what not to do's when you wire a car, and I say it over and over again. But most of it revolves around grounds. You got to ground things properly. It is actually more important than the power side. So
I've seen a lot of races lost from people losing ground to stuff like, especially in the no prep world, where people, throw together a Mustang and overnight and then bring it to a race. Like I've seen it a lot.
oh, the cobbled up wiring out there is pretty tragic sometimes. So
It's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
it's fine. Yeah, I've always said races are won and lost in the shop. There's no doubt about it. The decisions that are made on a race car, where it lives in its shop, that's what determines how you're going to do. Race day is just an extension of that. So
Should be our motto.
yeah, if you make all the right
shirt.
yeah, that'd be a good shirt. But if you make all the right decisions in the shop, you're going to be very successful. And it takes the car out of the equation as much as possible. So when you make those right decisions, and you don't buy cheap parts, and you take your time, put things together right, and you wire things right, and you just do everything right, it'll pay you back. So I hate working on cars at racetracks. Hate it.
We do that a lot.
Hate it. I despise it.
Well, we appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys for the continued support. We're really excited for this racing season coming up. It's been a long, lengthy off season, but I think we're getting close to warmer weather and brighter days, so I'm excited.
It's pretty warm today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a treat today. What, 62 or so?
Yeah, and then
Crazy.
it'll
In
be,
Ohio
it'll
in
go back.
February.
We're still gonna get one more big snow.
It's supposed to snow at the end of the week, so
Yeah, Friday.
it's
yeah.
typical
Yeah.
Ohio weather.
Yeah, we're supposed to get snow.
Everyone
Friday,
in the
so,
Midwest
but,
understands.
Yeah, but we'll deal with it. So,
All right.
Yeah, well,
any update on any of those Gen 2 garage stuff? Anything you want to share?
Still trying to get
No.
stuff switched over,
No
domains switched over, but
I'll
we're getting
give
our
you an
shirts
update.
made.
Yeah, there's been a lot of great comments.
Yeah.
On the name.
yeah, that was.
A lot.
Everybody seems to like it, which
yeah.
I thought I was kind of nervous about it, but yeah, it seemed everything went smooth.
Well, I think it's again, we talked about it. It's great that you guys have your own identity. The name means something within
Yeah.
the group, and I think it's really cool. And yeah, it's been very well received, I think, in the comments. So,
Yeah.
so-
And again, that was not to separate us from Billy. We're
No.
super, like this, we couldn't do this without Billy, first
Right,
of all.
yeah.
This
Oh, of
wouldn't be
course.
happening.
no, no.
Yeah.
It's three good channels, and each channel has something different going on. I
Mhm.
mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you guys for watching.
Yep. We'll see you guys in the next one.
peace out.